I give you Annamarie Jones. Let's hear it for Annamarie.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I've only waited a year and a half. It's okay. You should get right into that.
Okay, I feel my arm.
Flail your arms, take it off there, throw things.
My first piece is called With His Brush. I do my music, my poetry to music because it inspires me. So I thought I'd bring some.
Are we keyed up?
And one more.
I feel you so strongly as the seasons change. Once again, your hand picks up the brush, and the snow-white canvas turns green. The soil beneath my feet is moistened by your warm breath. As life erupts from death, you show me the beauty of your love with each and every stroke, and I marvel at it. I feel you as the earth bears her fruit to mankind, as the sun rises at a specific time, time created by you. I am in awe as you perfume the air with scents and color my world with magnificent shades I cannot duplicate. I am in awe as the rivers flow clean and renewed, new life bursts forth, and you cradle it in newborn leaves with your brush. This is called Time. A long time ago, he walked with me on the shores of the Ivory Coast. He caressed my blackened skin with sunshine and lulled me to sleep with a unique song created just for me. He washed my knotted hair with the tears of angels and perfumed me with wild orchids. My land was the Garden of Eden. I was pure, untainted, glorious in my perfection. And I was not alone. Not so long ago, he stood with me on the auction blocks of Boston, Massachusetts, where chains hung around my neck, where jewels once dangled, where my breast, once loved by my own flesh, was fondled by hatred. He stood by me, though I knew not his name in this strange land. But I knew I was not alone. Yesterday, he stood with me in the courts of Sumner, Mississippi. He stood with me in the classrooms of Little Rock, Arkansas, on the streets of Montgomery, Alabama, and on the steps of Washington, D.C. And I was not alone. Today, he stands with me in the dark continent of Louisiana, as the waters recede and the burnt dollars never make it. But I know I am not alone. A long time ago, not so long ago, yesterday and today, he stands with me, and I am not alone. Next piece is called Fury. It's something very different from what I usually do. Something different I tried. Energy expelled, never to be captured, flowing freely through the air. Who cares? This ain't fair. Who the nappy hair of what kind of man with the color of a dying hand? With these washed insults in my mind, can't escape in a nick of time. For life is disproportionate in its sadness, cruel and corrupt in its madness. To them, equality would make no sense. Chaos, the only thing unleashed from a topaz fence. Hence, the hatred of my skin, my kin. Is it my sin? No, I can win. Can I say a word to the masses in the many underdeveloped classes? Let me be clear, like a Pope's casket, be intertwined like a Mesopotamian basket. This next piece is called Black Rain, and it was one of the hardest pieces I've ever written. Out of her mouth comes words unknown, words she never thought she could say, out loud anyway. Out of her heart comes the pain. This man was like her dad. This is pain she should never have had. But she has walked for many years on broken glass, her mind erased by the many kicks in the ass. Words of jagged Q-tips pieced together like duct tape, unseen, overlooked, missteps never took. A glass of wine she takes to ease the pain of time, a pill she shoves to numb the hurt of love. The icicles are melting, the fire is growing. Nobody knows it, but black rain is pouring. He stands on the edge looking for a release. A child by his side, tears never cried. His demented life has caused this, he thinks, as he plants an unholy kiss and his breath stinks. He feels the hurt, tastes the hurt, hates the hurt. But dead is what he is, and the smooth tip of his nail is all there is. A glass of bourbon, a shot of Jack, a needle in his arm, and that is that. The icicles are melting, the fire is growing. Nobody knows it, but black rain is pouring. This piece has gone through many, many transitions. It's called You Forgot. And I wrote it last year because I saw that I didn't like the way some black Americans treated other black Americans. Black suburbia night. Don't hold your head above mine. You only live in that house on the hill because I took the blows of the Billy Club and damn near got killed. You drive the RTA bus and make a nice pay because I refuse to give up my seat because I took to my feet that day. Black suburban night, don't you dare look away. When you see me on the street, you can't speak. You drive that Cadillac because I scrub floors and ruin my back. You forgot that. How easy we forget and look down on others. Remember the time when we stood together fighting as brothers? To be equal, to have the same rights. That was our motto. That was our fight. So don't you dare look down through or around me, black suburban night. Because I'm the reason you have any rights. This is 30 floors. 30 floors. She goes there, and then she feels numb. Her body aches, but nobody comes. Her head is full of darkness, a monstrosity of closeness. The questions in her mind, denial of a long ago find, reflections of indecency. She thinks, does anybody see me? She sees the dead people in their seats, rocking back and forth bodies they want to eat. A mystical dance of a crack whore. Her dirty feet never touch the floor. Her eyes are blackened with mascara. Ooh, it's a masquerade ball for sale. Her name always forgotten. Her life a ball of razor sharp cotton. But she sings a riot song. Takes a kid against the wall. Because nobody knows what's behind those doors. Nobody knows but the squeaky floors.
You need a light show. You need a light show.
You could do some hand puppets back.
Once you were clean,
Like a nice
my black face
kind
is
of light show.
once you sat upon a throne of solid gold and precious stones draped your knotted hair, your cold black skin shined with the delicate oils of your land. You ruled the world, the cradle of civilization. You were worshipped as a goddess because you held the key of life. From your womb sprang forth kingdoms. Then you were captured, torn from your land. No longer were you worshipped. No longer did you wear a crown of thorns. For hundreds of years you were shackled, but you were not broken. Your strong black face shined in the darkness, and from the darkness came light. You held your head high as your eyes touched the floor. Your soul walked with the grace of the African man, though your feet shuffled through the cotton fields. Because you remember, I am the queen. Death toll and the death toll rings. She was only a child when she started running wild, running as fast as she could. She believed no one understood, and inside her mind the pain was locked, and so she ran from block to block. Running for her life, so it seemed, running from all bad things. And in the ghetto was where she died, sometimes wishing she would die. Hurt and alone in the corner she would hover in the winter months without any cover. No one knew her awful pain, no one knew a damn thing. But they would find her and drag her back and take her down the juvenile path. But off she go again with all the suffering still within. Running, trying to find the freedom. She found him in a black and white Benz. He promised her he'd be her friend. He gave her all kinds of pretty things, ruby jewels and diamond rings. And then he gave her one last thing. A hit of the crack pipe and the death toll rings. This is my final piece. This
No.
It's called Gatekeeper. Can you turn the music up a little? Gatekeeper. Once you were her lover, and you loved her more than anything you could describe. Her honor was written with blood. You stood before God and vowed to protect her, to honor her. Now she is defiled because you. Do you see what you have done? The sins upon your face, the greed within your heart, the arrogance of your words. A wound you have inflicted upon the one you love. Do you hear the moans of her, gatekeeper of peace? Do you feel the hot tears rolling down the cheek of your wife you swore to protect? Your beloved. Gatekeeper, you have failed to keep the gate. You have allowed your beloved to be raped and savagely beaten for your gain. You are an atrocity. You are vermin riding his flesh over the flesh of the clean. My lady, America, open your eyes. See what your lover has done to you. See how he has whored you out, made you wear the color of scarlet. Where is your protection? A condom placed on a planet full of foreign God? It has burst, and now you are diseased. Your mind gripped in insanity, driven mad by the false leadings. Years long trickery. My lady, open your eyes, close your legs, and get rid of your pimp. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about, poetry at the Literary Cafe. No fear. Let's hear it from Annamarie Jones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Complete multimedia music in the background.